Everyone, please prepare.
First, yeah, yeah.
By seeing that we surprised, someone edited, someone made it ready, and yesterday we connected at 8:30 evening.
Okay. So download the package to get specific. Navigate to client orchestrator after successful login. Follow step. Navigate to orchestrator. Click on upload package. Browse specific location where the required package is downloaded. See, the problem here is we cannot give out like this. Whatever you have done is correct. Still, there need to be some changes.
Okay.
Okay. Create trigger. Create process. Create package.
Sorry, actually Mahesh is trying.
Can you please talk a bit louder?
Mahesh Reddy is trying for
No, still your voice is low, please.
Mahesh Reddy is trying for the meeting link. He just messaged.
Oh, you
He
guys
didn't.
you already have this in the description, right?
Yeah, I do not know where he missed.
Let's share the invite. Copy meeting link. So where did he message? Okay. Okay. So first, what we will do, we'll create a package. Then we'll create a process. Okay. Okay. By the way, yesterday there was a second deployment that went, and we moved our process to UT again. Um, and the next deployment was in 16th of this week. So I just inquired on what is the deployment cycle at my organization because we work for different clients and different clients follow different methods. So this is how it goes. Developer develops, okay, invites, so invites a COE team for code review. If COE approves with code standards and execution, then process will be deployed to UT. UT in the sense user testing or QA environment. Okay. So after the
Is it UAT also?
yes,
Can we call it as UAT also?
correct, correct. And after the deployment is completed, then okay, here in between developer after develops creates all test cases and make sure all tests are successful. Okay, so after this again check or test with all test data in UT. Okay, if all tests are successful, then move to prod. If so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If okay, we can say if any test fail, move to step 1. So let me tell you why it's very important to have an eye on each and every step properly. Let's assume developer takes 2 months to create a process. Okay, and the test cases and all execution took 10 days, and COI invites for code review 1 day, and COI approves, and this can be done in 1 day. Merge. Okay, and here test with UAT, it can be 1 day or 2 days depending upon the test data. For example, if you want to test more, then we will place more test, like we will place it in more testing, and we will deploy it. If all tests are successful, this goes with 1 day of deployment at the max. Okay, see, we struggled or we worked for around close to 2.5 months. And if we don't have everything fixed by this place, then what is the use of working for this 2 months? And by the way, if COI don't approve this, there is one more step that should be done. Yeah, 8. See, successful, if all tests are successful. Can you guys see it properly? Okay, if all tests are successful, move to prod. This will be okay. COI. Okay, let me just unmerge this. Invert COI. If rejects, go to step 1. Again, this becomes immediate effect. And okay, COI approves code, then we'll go back. Okay, so this is what happened to me. Like I made a key change after COI approval. Like COI approved, and we are planning to move to code to UAT. But out of my curiosity, I made one change which I shouldn't do, because once COI approves and once all the code is set up, don't make any changes until and unless you're sure you made all the test runs again. Okay. I did all the changes, but I lost one particular scenario. Now that one particular scenario costed me 5 days of work or 6 days of work. The bot should be deployed on Thursday. Now it's getting deployed on Tuesday next week. So 6 weeks in gap in between. Uh, See the amount of loss, or we are already committed that this process will be deployed, and let's assume that the next or that particular team have reduced the team count from 6 to 1, so they have now only one member to support the complete process, and the bot is not working. How much burden will one person take? He need to work for five more members, right? So these are the issues that I faced. So even in the interview, you will be asked like a question like, what are the issues you faced while deployment? Okay, so this is a scenario that I faced because of a key change. But in some scenarios, what you can answer is due to environment mismatch, we need to roll back changes. Okay, and applications are not working properly. Okay, and what are the other changes or what are the issues that can be found? Can anyone tell? What you can just talk. What are the hello? Hello?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
Venkat.
Talk, talk,
yes.
talk. So what are the other deployment opportunities or deployment failures that can lead? So we had everything ready, even then we are having these issues because deployment is like in the production, we will not be able to see the deployment, the production machine beforehand. All we can say is we can make sure that we give the proper steps and that proper steps have all the information that's required.
I think the person who has tested your bots are not correct. You might have.
No, no. See, you cannot blame every time a person or a developer. Okay, even in the interview, you shouldn't say that that particular person didn't do well. That's the reason we failed. Okay, if you are working in a team, it becomes your responsibility as well to test the bot before moving it into production or UAT. It's not one
Then
person's job.
we can't say that STD is not properly done, like solution design document.
Exactly, because why the hell did you come from for production if everything is not properly done? Okay. See, these are the two safe answers. You can say, and what is that something you can say? How did you correct it? So after we had issues, we took note of all the issues. We prepared issue register to understand all the logs and found out there was a library mismatch in production. Okay, uh, we uploaded latest library versions for next run before before execution or before deployment, or we can also say applications. We took help of IT department to find out what to find out what is the issue, um, or to find out exact issue with the application and why it's not able to load properly, and they were able to help and clear the issue. And next next day we deployed the project, which was successful. So if you can just tell this answer, then everything will be sorted out. See, what are we telling? We are telling that we made everything correctly done. But even though we have done everything correctly, the problem was again with respect to solution, not our, which is not in our hands, or the issue is not in our hands, but this is actually an application issue. So whenever you can say that there was an application issue, you will neither say something against a person, nor you will reject that this is an issue that cannot be done. So you will make some quite some statements, but the statements will not hurt anyone, or you will also be able to clear um, all the issues, and you will be able to deploy it again. Just understand, if you there is also a person next to you working, and he too worked for around 20 to 30 days, and all of a sudden you go and say that, okay, this is the reason, because of you the job failed. How he will face, or how his situation will be? There will also be embarrassment for him as well, right? So try to
Yes.
understand what to answer and what not to answer, and how to talk in the team. Okay, so create a package, then uh, applications to be installed and tested. So we need to have a day, or we need to have a meeting um, with the production team to make sure we have all the settings done. Okay, so here list of applications to be installed and steps to be tested to make sure application works. Okay, so this is one thing that you need to do, and whatever Shivam have done, that's correct, but he missed out specifics. Navigate client orchestrator. Okay, after successful login to orchestrator, navigate to orchestrator tenant, go to packages. This is correct. Click on upload package. So here everything is correct. One thing that's missing is, sorry, specific location. Browse upload package for specified location, required package. Where the required package is downloaded, click on upload and verify the package uploaded. So this is not how exactly a package upload will happen. Let's see how a package upload will happen. Cloud.uipath.com. Mhm. Okay, so this is my default tenant. See, with the latest tenant, with the latest options, we have all the packages listed in tenants. Okay, packages. So click on tenant. So what are the steps that we need to do? Okay, click on tenant, orchestrator tenant, navigate to orchestrator tenant, and go to packages. Click on upload package. Okay, so just upload package. Select a file. So here I need to give you what is the exact package name. So let's do one thing. Cancel, view versions, inactive, download a package, save. Okay, close. So what is the name of the package? So you need to give out the exact name of what's mentioned in the sheet. So navigate to orchestrator, click on orchestrator, upload a package where it package is downloaded and saved. Okay, upload required package. Instead of that, browse for the specified location. Clicked.
Yeah, again we
Select
have to mention the Git repository path.
select this package and click on upload package. Okay, so now you are also giving what package you need to upload and what is the version that you need to take. Okay, so if there is any queue name to be added, let's say that this is um, project 1 queue. Then how should we mention this? So let's say, how should we mention this queue to be added? I need to go back, go to folder. So whatever the folder that we have, we can go to that. Okay, click on queues, click on add queue, create new queue. So all these steps should be properly mentioned here. Okay, so the steps are click on queue, uh, click on add queue, click add new queue. So after clicking on adding new queue, then give name, queue, then name, description. So you need to give each and every bloody information that's required for a particular process to be executed. Unique reference no, auto retry no. If yes, then how many times? You just need to mention that. And then max retries. Then click on add. Okay, so these so do you see the difference between these steps and these steps now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so here we are mentioning everything clearly so that even if someone who don't know at least anything about UiPath will still be able to deploy all the packages.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you need this to be done in each and every organization? Depends. If the organization is very big and who is looking for specifics, then you just need to go ahead and give it this. And giving this version will actually help you because you will have all the information got ready. Okay, in the deployment, you cannot say, okay, change this key and change that key, and this will be deployed. That cannot be done. Whatever you give in the document, only that will be taken up. Okay, and I would also like to see how these next steps will be taken up. So, others don't give options to others. Okay, everyone don't give options to others. Try to create or try to upload it as fast as you can, or else people are there to grab your jobs. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Fine. I'm waiting for this to be completed. And by the way, let's do a quick. We have completed half an hour of the session, so we'll try to make sure the next all the sessions will have the same consistency. The next half an hour, what we will do is I have asked you to create a process that is X rates that was asked in an interview question.
Yeah, did that almost. I did all process. I mean,
What have you done?
leave lab. Uh, the project which you mentioned there, X-ray.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did that.
But I asked
I
you
was
to.
about to, yeah, I was
Okay,
about to run that
okay. I,
project,
I
but
I'm not interested in the code.
okay.
Have you commented out what need to be done and what are the steps need to be done?
No, because I didn't run that project properly, so I need to do that first. Then I will uh, mention here, and I will upload that project also here, the code.
Hey, Pallavi, I'm not interested in checking your code, Pallavi. You need to understand that.
Okay, yeah, okay, good, got your point.
No,
Vajra.
I'm not interested in checking your code. What I'm actually looking for is um, how are you proceeding? What exactly
Yeah,
are you
okay,
doing? Okay,
yeah,
so let's write out quick steps. So launch xrates.com. There you can see different country names on the left bottom screen of the left bottom of the screen. You need to select first currency, then second currency till all the currency till finish. After selecting currency name, we get two tables. One top 10, two alphabetical order.
yeah,
Okay. Then create an Excel sheet, select both tables and paste it in Excel sheet. Then save it in the same currency name. Every currency Excel should be in a separate Excel file. All the files should be saved in a common folder. Okay,
okay,
so I will introduce you today to a new concept called uh, task capture.
wow. They are eagerly waiting all these things.
Okay, process discovery tool or task capture. Try task capture for free. Click on this. Guys, you too can do it if you want. And everyone must have this task capture. Continue to existing organization. So there will be resources page somewhere. Let me just check. Default tenant, download studio, manage. Let's go with UiPath Resource Center. Let's see if we have task capture or not. Can anyone try to download task capture? Because I'm already registered, I'm not able to do it. Can you please check? Check for UiPath task capture and try to download.
Okay, Vajra.
Okay, you can get it here. Open link in new tab. This is the link. Copy link, and I'm adding it to Teams channel so that everyone will have access. Teams. Notes. List and then okay. You can download task capture from here. Just check it out. I will also paste it in the chat so everyone can download in their machines. My machine is slow. Okay, and there is a question from Akash. Sorry, I haven't checked it. So the question was what is COE and how it works. Um, Siddha answered it correctly, but more of the people, it's like a governance body or who maintain if all the activities or all the um, settings or all the standards, how they are maintained and what is a standard and how a standard should be placed. Like for example, if there is a coding standard that each and every log should be written only in this particular location, and this governing body will actually check and verify if the logs are properly maintained, and if there is any training that need to be there for a particular team, they will provide training services. And let's assume that there are different departments or different clients, and each and every client needs an opportunity or RP opportunity. So where will they go? So initially they will go first with the COE team and check, or they will contact our sales team, and sales team will redirect to the COE team. So COE team will try to understand what is their exact requirement and try to provide a solution. So it's like a centralized body which will help in aiding the automation solutions. Did I clear your answer, Akash? Clear your question? Akash is on mute. Akash.
Vajram, in the like in production point of view, we use one term hypercare. What is that meaning about?
So after a process is deployed into production machine, next 15 days it should be treated as hypercare, and it depends upon the application. We can also treat an hypercare phase as 1 week to 3 days as well. It completely depends upon how exactly we communicate with the customer. Normal hypercare period is 15 days. Okay, so what exactly happens in hypercare is we are moving everything to unattended mode, and we need to make sure that things are working as per the requirement and we should not have any deviations. So along with unattended mode, how it exactly works is it can execute 1,000 times or 2,000 times in a day. So in hypercare phase, we will try to increase the count, or we will try to make sure that first day we run 50 process, second day we run 150, third day we run 500. So in that way, we will exponentially increase it to make sure that the process is executing properly. For example, in out of 50 in the first day, we were able to execute only 20 to 30, but remaining 20 got failed. We need to understand why they are failed, because once the process deployed, if we are able to find out all the issues, then the remaining all the issues will be repeated. For example, if there is a text activity that's not getting triggered, every time only the text activity will throw an error. Okay, so that need to be rectified or corrected. So these the main requirement of hypercare phase is we are informing the business users also to be attentive to what bot is doing and see if all the bot executions are as per the requirement or not. If it is not as per the requirement, inform immediately.
So it is the last step. I mean to say that.
Last step is the support.
Okay, support where we have L1, L2, and L3 role.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
What is the L1 and L2?
Level 1 support, level 2 support, level 3 support. So level 1 support is like a project okay, level 1 support will be your team support. For example, if you are a team of 5 members and of support team, and your team will be level 1 support where you can directly handle and clear out the issue. Level 2 can be a COE support team where you are taking out saying that, okay, this is the issue, we found it new, and we need to have this resolution. And even if level 2 or L2 is not able to support because they are out of your project, right? They don't know anything about your project, but they're still trying to resolve.
Okay.
Okay. Now level 3 is directly you can contact UiPath support team or any external support team. So level 1, level 2, level 3 is just a representation, but it mainly shows, or it mainly uh, it's like a segregation of who should handle at what time.
Okay.
Okay. Done. So did you install?
Yes. I think it's completed.
Completed.
What is completed?
Installation of task capture.
I think, Bajrang, we don't need to download above that. If we have already updated the UI path, my assistant is already showing the document task over there.
UiPath assistant.
Yeah, if we open the UiPath assistants, there are UiPath product. Like last month, I have updated this. UiPath is automatically showing.
Let me check from my end as well.
Vajran, I downloaded it.
Hmm. So I will install. So click on installation, click on next after you download.
Okay.
Sita, you said that you to share the recording, right? Why? In the chat.
Sorry, I've just joined now. But I was in some other computer laptop and I joined in office laptop.
Okay.
I was on office meeting. Just to
Got
the
it.
headset now. Before you just called me my name. I just took up the card.
Okay, got it. So this is what I have. Where are you seeing, buddy?
I stay in Karnool.
No, no. I'm asking. Someone said they have installed or they have the item, right?
Akash or some.
Akash. So now the latest.
Dheeraj has told
Okay.
that
Yeah,
pretty much.
Sorry.
Where do you find it? Task capture? Because I don't find it.
it was already showing at the side of the task capture in my way.
Maybe I just need to change or sign out and sign in again. Let me just sign out, sign in.
Actually, it has to install. After that, it's showing in UiPath Assistant.
Hmm, might be.
We're installing task capture. Right.
Yeah, correct. So there might be some preference changes. Let's see if I can make some preference changes here. Preferences.
Yeah. One query.
So, Vajram,
Mhm.
I uh, I got here one command prompt.
That will close. Okay. So how to use this task capture? I have already made some videos on this. You have a learning module as well. Please check that. But see, we are trying to automate, or we are trying to see this X-ray process. Okay. This is done. Okay. This particular discussion is moved to enhancement, and this particular discussion is moved to Q&A. So that's the reason you are not seeing there. But let's try to understand the process completely.
Okay.
So what are the steps that you need to do if you are given a project? First, try to recreate what are the steps that are given. So this is what you have. So there are different currencies names on the left, at the left bottom, okay, of the screen. Okay, let's see what is that left bottom of the screen. Okay, here
Your
are the
voice,
currency lists. Sorry, I didn't get you.
your voice is breaking. Actually, this is for me only, or universal
No,
is
yeah,
having.
I think it's for you only. You are getting same
Common
here.
Thanks.
common question in the team meetings. Okay, let's go. I need to select the first currency, then second currency, and till finish all the currencies. Okay, so Argentina peso, I need to select top 10 alphabetical order. Okay, so I have this, and then I need to do this for each and every Australian dollar. So there are two tables that I'm getting. Okay, so till currency till finish, after selecting currency name, we get two tables, alphabetical order, and this create an Excel. Uh, Select both tables and paste in the Excel and save the same currency name. Every currency Excel should be saved in separate Excel file. Okay, all the files should be saved in a common folder. Well and good. Now I want this process to be automated. So how exactly do we need to do that? Come on, tell me.
We'll launch the browser.
First, you get to
Again,
the
why are you so much worried about the code? Don't worry about the code. Code can be done. It is doable. But how can you say whether that particular process is doable or a automation ready solution? How can you say that?
See, we can do manually, and second thing is everything is in browser only. The third option is we have to go through all the country currencies. It's a repetitive task. Here we just need to open one country specific thing and load the table item to Excel file and close it. Again, load the next country and load the same. I mean, extract the table information and load it to Excel and save it. Again, next country.
Siddha,
So it's a repeat.
Siddha, understand the question. I'm not asking about the process.
Okay. Sorry, can you please repeat the question?
How can you test if a process can be automated?
Test.
If we can see like the process is continuous, repetitive tasks and rule based, then we consider that process as automatable process.
So can you please write those in this particular document? I want this to be documented. So I'm adding it in the chat. Write what you think is done. So you can just write something like this. Browser compatibility checked. Yes. And what are the other things?
Repetitive.
Repetitive.
Go ahead, answer. I'm waiting.
Yeah, it's continuous process, repetitive and rule based.
Answer your answers you need to type in. I'm not here to do your work.
Okay, okay.
Repetitive, yes. Okay. Low exception rate. Cool. Nice answer. I give a up mark for this, up mark for this. So whoever want to give an up mark, go ahead and give it. You have an option to do that. Okay. Human intervention required? No. Super. So this is complexity? No. So complexity, you cannot say that this is complex. Even you can make a simple process very complex, but we the complexity should be low, medium, or high. Okay. So how can you determine if it is if, Vijay, you cannot answer in the chat. Go to your GitHub and answer.
Okay.
Okay. Complexity low, medium, or high. So when you say low, uh, 5 to 10 steps with one or two applications or native applications. So how can you tell that a particular process um, is of a low complexity or high complexity? What exactly it is? High, uh, more, less than 30 steps with 2 to 3 applications or apps. And sorry, this is medium. So this is of medium complexity. And time required for automating this process is, you can say that it will take 1 week to 2 weeks. And this one time required is 2 to 3 weeks. And this is a development time. High, uh, more than 3 applications or 4 applications, and takes more than 50 steps, and takes more than a month, 4 weeks only for development.
Uh, Vajra, large data will be handled. Is it? Mm,
Hmm? I didn't get that. What is it?
we can we can handle large amount of data also.
Yeah. Okay. So how can a simple process be a complex process or a high complex process? For example, with this 5-10 steps, if we are having 2 applications with image-based automation, this becomes um, high complex process. So it so if we have only 5 or 6 steps, it doesn't mean that it is low complexity. You also need to see what are the applications that you are trying to automate. Okay. And all of a sudden you bring in some document understanding with handwritten documents, and if you say that this is only one document, please automate it and give me, that actually comes into a high automation, like a high complex automation, because that's not easily available. Okay. Extraction data is in a structured manner. Cool. Risk involved? No. Cool. So when you say risk involved, you can also think about uh, whether there are any passwords that are involved, or the passwords need to be shared. So such kind of scenarios. Large data can be handled or will be handled. Yes. Okay. Complexity, no. Okay, I have answered that. So this needs some uh, upgradation of answer. Human intervention required, no. Cool. Okay. 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 I'll work on this. Okay. Now let's see how this is the best way we are communicating. And anything that is updated, you can just type in so that people can get to see all the changes. Okay. But if you have something like this in a chat um, or in the text messages, you cannot monitor what are the steps and what is that something that we have done, right? So try to use
Yeah.
GitHub and Teams for communication, and this for project maintenance. Now let's see what should be exactly done. We still, okay, we are up with the time. So I want the list of steps. Okay, now let's go with the code. Okay, so here we can say, let's proceed with creation of std, sorry, pdd, process flows, as is diagram, to be diagram. Okay, so what I want you to do for today's task is explore task capture. Okay, create as is diagram and to be diagram. Tomorrow we'll again work on it anyhow, but I want you to try out as is and to be diagrams.
Okay.
Everyone should give their own diagram. I cannot accept one diagram for everyone. Sorry, everyone need to have a job and everyone need to have their own salaries. We cannot live with one salary. So everyone, please do your own efforts. I'm pinning this discussion. So let's see. Pattern on fire. Okay. So whenever you open discussions, you will see this on the top. Any questions and how did you find today's training session? So everyday training session will be different. You will learn every day a new concept. But you tell me.
Vajrang, I would like to ask you regarding one interview question regarding code reviews.
Mhm.
So, what actually happens in the code review? And suppose if your lead or project manager asks you to change something, how will you react and do changes in the code?
Okay. So code review and code changes need to be discussed upfront before we start the project. Okay. Or we need to also ask um, what are the parameters that they are going to make a code review. For example, if they have modularization as a concept, which is a general practice, which is done, and camel casing of all the variables is a general practice. For example, in in-out arguments, they should be written either in or out or IO for sure in all the arguments. But you didn't do it, so that is a coding standard that they follow. Will you make some coding changes? Yes, if it is a standard that's following in the organization, you need to make changes. Okay, because of to maintain the consistency. And code reviews need to be done, or we will do code review to check if there are any memory leaks, and if all the variables are maintained as per the um, validation rules. For example, you cannot have a username and password in a text format. Is it correct?
Sorry.
Okay. So I will do one thing. Discussions. I will add one more discussion. So interview questions. So you already have some interview questions in this particular uh, thing. Can you please check that? And also I will add one more discussion called what needs to be checked. This cannot be a discussion because what will happen in a discussion is you can miss out the options. Let's keep it as a document. I'll try to create a document. Okay. Let's go with Teams. Okay. I'll create one more document. New. So this Word document again everyone can access and edit. So you can check online and bring in all the code review steps. What exactly are you seeing in online? Okay. So depending upon this document preparation, we will discuss further, and I will also inform you what are the steps that you have missed and how to add them as well. Can you do that?
Yeah.
But to answer your question, if there is
Okay.
an interview question like how will you do code review, and if there is someone who asks you how to change it, and if there are many changes, then your answer should be like before I start a code review, I will ask for any code standards that are practiced in the organization. And if the organization is practicing some code standards like naming conventions and code structuring and placing of
Yeah,
logs and
I
all.
told them like log messages and better exception handling mechanisms and
That is a best
reviewing
practice.
of,
That is the
yeah,
best
remove.
practice. Code review is different.
Oh, okay, fine.
Best practice is different from code review. So,
Code.
yes, so how the logs are handled, if all the logs, for example, there is a practice that you should not write any message boxes in an unattended automation. That's a code review.
Okay.
Okay, but is it a best practice standard? If it is an attended automation, then we obviously will write some message boxes. So that is right in case of attended automation. That is wrong in case of unattended automation. So that's what code review is about.
Here I didn't get the question actually.
Okay, let's say.
Sometimes unattended automation also we can simply use a test file which consists of message box saying hi, hello.
Okay, so there are. I need to close this meeting in next 2 minutes. Please
Okay, no
write.
problem.
Please write any questions in the chat after that. So in unattended automation, if there is a message box, who will be there to click that message box or to select that option?
So we have to press OK button after seeing that message.
Yes, exactly. Who will be doing that? Because it is unattended automation, no one will sit with the bot to work.
Yes.
So now, is having a message box is the best practice or coding standard in unattended automation?
No.
But is it good? Is it okay to have it in attended automation?
Yes.
Yes, because someone will be there to work with the bot. Okay, so just go with this. Right to most of all the automations will be unattended. So check for all the best practices or code reviews practices so that we can discuss. Okay, done. Did I answer your question?
Yes, Vajrang, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's disconnect. Thank you so much for being on time. I will also try to be on time. Excuse me if I don't attend it on time. Just give out me a call. Okay. Bye bye everyone. Have a great day. And I expect to see code review document as well as this task capture as is processed to be processed.
Yes.
Vajram,
Yes, please tell me.
we have 2 3 minutes.
Tell me please.
Yeah, I am having a problem on my orchestrator.
Mhm.
It's about app.
It's about what?